This is the meditation on the Murli of 7th of November 2025. Let us remind ourselves, it's a point, tiny bindi, tiny point, who is a soul, who is peaceful with all the powers, listening and acting through this body, this character, and listening to Baba's words. Here, it isn't human beings explaining to other human beings, but rather the Supreme Soul explaining to souls, or soul explaining to the soul. Only Shiv Baba is the ocean of knowledge, and he is the spiritual father. It is at this time that we spiritual children receive our inheritance from the spiritual father. We have to let go of any worldly pride here. At this time, we have to become so conscious and remember the Father. We know that Shiv Baba has entered this one, who is Brahma Baba. But Shiv Baba is the truth, the living being. He is Sat and Chaitanya. He is called the truth, the living being, and the embodiment of bliss, Satchit Anand. This cannot be the praise of Brahma, Vishnu, or even Shankar, or any of human beings. God, the highest on high, is only one, and he is the Supreme Soul. Only at this time do we receive this knowledge. The Father comes every 5,000 years and makes us soul conscious for us to remember him. And by doing this, we become Satu Pradhan from Tamu Pradhan. There is no other way. All of us are Sitas, and that one is the Rama, God. We devotees want the fruit of liberation and liberation in life. From God, only the one Father is the bestower of liberation and liberation in life. This drama is unlimited. No one else can understand it. And at this time, from the being Tamu Pradhan, most degraded one, we are becoming Satu Pradhan, who are the most elevated human beings, Purushottam. The Father is making us the most elevated. No one knows how the cycle of this drama continues to turn. Who makes the old world new? No one but the Father do this. He can make the old world new. The Father comes at confluence to teach us, and he says, my part is at the confluence age. And this is why the confluence age is called the benevolent age. Baba says, when I come and change you from ordinary humans into Narayan, Father says, I am establishing this new dharma, and you definitely do have to become pure for this. Only the one Father is the purifier. All the rest are brides, devotees. The Father comes and establishes the Brahmin clan. It's not the dynasty, but it is a family. There is neither a kingdom of Pandavas nor of Kauravas. Those who have studied the Gita will quickly be able to understand these things. This too is the Gita. And who is speaking it? God. First of all, Baba says you have to explain who the God of Gita is. And they say God Sri Krishna speaks. However, Sri Krishna exists only in the golden age. The soul that is in him is imperishable. The name of the body changes. The name of the soul never changes. The body of Sri Krishna's soul only exist in that form in golden age. And this is the important aspect which Baba is trying to convey here, that Sri Krishna can only exist in golden age. That body only exists once in the cycle. He claims number one. There are Lakshmi and Narayan at first, second and third. So their marks would be according to that. We become the masters of the land of Vishnu number-wise with this knowledge. And it is as though we become garland around the neck of Vishnu. Baba says first you become the garland around the neck of Shiva. That is rosary of Rudra, which people rotate. The beads of a rosary are turned in remembrance. They don't worship the rosary. In a rosary, there is first the tassel, flower, and then the jewel bead. And that flower represents, and that rosary actually represents family path. The family path begins with Brahma, Saraswati, and the children. They are the ones who then become deities. Lakshmi and Narayan are first. Above them is the tassel, the flower, who is Shiv Baba. After people have turned the beads of rosary, they salute the flower. Shiv Baba is that tassel. He doesn't take rebirth. He enters this one who is Brahma. He explains to us this one's soul is his own. That means he doesn't have a body. Shiv Baba is his own entity. This one continues with the livelihood of his body, whereas the one that is entering Shiv Brahma's body, his duty is to give us this knowledge. So Shiv Baba is only coming to give us knowledge. He doesn't have this body. He only uses Brahma's body. We, the children, are now receiving all of this knowledge. Therefore, when someone dies, Baba says, you don't have to worry about anything. That soul is gone and taken another body. That soul will not return by you crying. Those who are fortunate don't cry. By listening to this knowledge, they become peaceful. So Baba says when somebody is going through sorrow, give them this knowledge and they feel peace with this knowledge, because then they understand the journey of the soul. This drama is predestined. Each one has to play their own part. Under no circumstances, Baba says, should you cry. You have found the unlimited Father, Teacher, and Guru, for whom you had been stumbling around for so long. You have now found the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who lives beyond the element of Brahma. Therefore, what else do you need? So we've been looking for this for so long. So is there anything else we need? The Father only gives an inheritance of happiness. And when we forget the Father, we end up crying. Baba says, if you remember the Father, you experience happiness. Oh, we are becoming the masters of the world with this knowledge. We will not then cry for 21 generations, whereas there is no untimely death either. So we should have that much incognito happiness inside of us. We know that we will conquer Maya and become conquerors of the world by doing that. We are those Shiv Shaktis. We have the sword of knowledge and arrows of this knowledge. So the Father says, you have to conquer vices with the sword of this knowledge. Goddesses cannot be violent even though they have been shown with the swords and all sorts of weapons. We renounce the whole world, which is the old world and our old bodies. Now, Baba says, if you remember the Father, you become pure. You will carry the sanskars of this knowledge with you, and then you take birth in the new world according to that. But if you take birth in this old world, you will go to a good home where you may be going to a king or someone who is very religious. Sri Krishna would be very beautiful in golden age. The body continues to change and the name also changes. Sri Krishna is first prince of golden age. So why have they made him blue? No one can tell. Snakes, etc. don't exist there, which would make anyone blue. So we need to clarify this point to the devotees, and it's the point we can use as a point of service. We are now going to become the part of the deity community. So first, the father adopts the Brahmins through Brahma. The creation of Prajapita Brahma is only born through the mouth. There is no question of a wife. Though Baba sometimes says, Brahma is my wife, and through his mouth we are born, that's why he is the mother. The father enters him and says, you are my children. I have given this one the name of Brahma. The name of all of those who become his children are changed. We children are now conquering Maya. This is called a play of victory and defeat. The Father enables us to make such a good bargain. The Father explains to us, you were worthy of worship, deities, and you then became worshippers for 63 births. You are now becoming worthy of worship once again. So Baba talks about 63 births versus 21 births. Why? 21 births are equal to 63 births because the lifespan of 21 births are very long. It occupies half the cycle, and 63 births also occupies half the cycle. So there is no comparison in terms of one life to one life of golden age to one life of copper or iron age. Here Baba is talking about the quality of life. The Father is giving us another point, that He is the ocean of knowledge. He is the world almighty authority. Authority means the one with all the powers. The Father comes and tells us the story of 84 births, and it's very exciting, and it requires our intellect to understand. The play about being worthy of worship and worshippers is based on us, the souls. It is said, even if we turn the ocean of ink and the forest into pens, there cannot be an end to this knowledge. I will continue to rotate this knowledge, Baba says, to you until the end. The God of Gita has a lot of impact, but they have forgotten God of Gita, the bestower of knowledge. So we are the ones who are instrument, who have to relate this knowledge to others. And today's blessing, Baba says, may you pass the final paper of the second with your controlling power and pass with honors. Come, Baba says, come into your body one moment and become detached from your body the next, and stabilize in the Avyakt state. To the extent that there is a chaos, let your stage be equally peaceful. So the two contrast. He is saying to practice this in the contrast in this world. For this, we need the power to back up. In a second, we go from expansion into its essence. And in a second, go from essence into expansion. Only those with such controlling power are able to control the world, our inner world. It is this practice that will enable us to pass the final paper of second with honors. And slogan, experience and enable others to experience the stage of retirement of Vanaprasth, and all games of childhood will finish. Avyakt Signal, it become Arjuna, in becoming bodiless, the speciality of Arjuna is constantly being embodiment of the point form and become victorious. He is destroyer of attachment and embodiment of remembrance. He is also constantly listening and churning this knowledge of Gita. And for this, he dies alive by being bodiless. He also has the unlimited attitude of disinterest, and this is the speciality of Arjuna. So let us practice being Arjuna with all of these qualities: bodiless, point form, be victorious, and the destroyers of attachment, embodiment of remembrance, listens, churns, and dies alive with this knowledge of Gita, with the attitude of disinterest. Om Shanti.